brothers and sisters. Great having you again in my sacred space. I'm your host, Ziggy Cohen. Today I'd like to speak to you about the fundamentals, the foundations for a healthy relationship. Now, I have gone through a lot of experiences with love relationships as well as friends relationship and all sorts of relationships, and I'm grateful for each and every one of them, for it has been showing me something and it's been giving me a lot of information to what our relationships are and how to move through them, for they are the structures of our life, right? We cannot imagine ourselves a life without a relationships, where we are living on an deserted island all by ourselves. It's we cannot perceive something like that. And we know that this is a key component to life, right? Children, babies, if they are not experiencing a relationship from early stage, if they are not talked to and being approached and being touched, they crumble and die, unfortunately. So we understand that relationship is a key component to life itself. Now, through the talking to my dear partner Callie, we are realizing more and more what are the fundamentals, what are the key fundamentals for a healthy relationship. And trust me, when we use the word health, is moving through a lot of stagnant energy, is moving through a lot of stuck energy, and through a lot of bundled emotions that are there from our childhood, moving through them so we can experience health within ourselves and therefore reflect health to our partner in a relationship. And this is maybe one of the key elements to a relationship, is first and foremost understanding that the person in front of you is your mirror. It's mirroring to you who you are, what you like about yourself and what you don't. And those aspects are the ones that you are relating to. This is why we call it a relationship. You are seeing yourself in a relation. There's another key to that. We'll come to it in a second, to the word relaying. Let's see first, what does it mean when I am understanding my partner as a mirror to me? It means that everything that comes up in the relationship is either appealing to me or rejecting me. Now, if I am able to see those as a reflection to myself, I understand that it's not about the next person, it's about myself. It's about what appeals to me in myself and what I try to reject from me that is already inside myself. What I recognize in the next person that I don't want to recognize inside of me. Therefore, I am trying to reject it. I don't like that, right? So it always is important to take back that power, to take back the relationship and make it about yourself. And it's not an egoistical thing. On the contrary, it's realizing that the next person is not there to make your life better or worse. The next person is there to reflect to you what elements inside of you are working or not working. What elements inside of you have you come to accept and to love and be in peace with? And what are elements inside of you that you're still struggling with? You're still at war with. And when we take back that power, or we understand that this is about ourselves and the relationship is just a reflection, then it diffuses confrontation, because it shows us that there is no point in trying to change the other person. Actually, this is an egoistical point of view. This is the meaning of being egoistic, is trying to change the other person, is reflecting what your belief system on that person and saying you need to change, instead of saying, wait a second, that person is just reflecting to me what I like and what I dislike. Therefore, I need to make the change. And that's an empowering statement, right? Of course, it comes with a responsibility, because apparently it feels like it's easier to put it on the other person, asking the other person to change, than really looking to myself and saying, okay, I need to change. It's a bit an unnice feeling to know that I'm the one need to change. But then it's also an empowering statement, because I don't need to do anything to cause the other person to change, which I know already it's impossible, because the change comes from within. So it only means that I need to change, and I have the power to change. That's the beauty of it. Nobody can change me. I cannot change anybody. I can only change myself. So therefore, I got that power. This is one aspect of relationship that it's key fundamental to understanding, that the other person just reflects to me. She is a mirror, and that mirror is about showing me how I look, how I behave, where my emotional state takes me, and of course, how does that affect on the outside, right? When I'm putting my actions out there, how does that move reality? How does it move the next person? How does it move reality? Another key element lays within the word relationship. It's relay. It's to be able to lay back on that next person. And this is a key thing in relationship. And I believe every relationship should be examined through this lens. Can I relay on that person? Is that person there for me when I'm feeling stuck, when I'm feeling weak? Can I express weakness to that person? Can I express all of the range of the emotions that I'm feeling to that person without him or her stepping away, leaving the relationship, or reflecting rejection to me? Right? If I can relay, and I want to relay on my most beloved ones, then I know that I can show fragility to them. And we know already, and when I speak to my partner about this, we see again and again how important it is that we can show each other our so-called weaknesses. Show each other that we are not only strong all the times, because this is a facade, pretending that we are. There are those moments of doubts. There are those moments of feeling less worth, of being down. And we want to be able to express that. We don't want to put a mask and pretend, especially not in front of the people that we most love, pretend that it's not like that. Pretend that I am not feeling down right now, that I'm not feeling stressed right now. What's the point? If I'm doing that, then I'm only showing an unreal picture to the ones that I love most. I'm showing them, look, you think that you see me that way, but actually inside I'm different. And that's not the picture I want to depict to the very loved ones that are there with me and for me. I want to be able to express my weak part, weak side, my fragile side, right? Because this is what intimacy really means. It means that I can expose truly, unconditionally who I am, and I know that I can relay on that person to take it, to be able to keep a firm ground and hold space for me. And this is what key relationships are doing, or supposed to do, is hold relationship to you when you are not being able to hold space for them, right? To hold relationship, to hold their relationship, to hold the space. And my partner is doing it beautifully. Of course, we had our ups and downs, and we needed to first understand that I can be strong and that I'm called upon to be strong when my partner is being fragile. So I can be that overlay to him, to her. I can extend that hand, I can be a safe space, I can be the falling ground for that person to shatter for a moment, to dissolve into the experience he or she needs to dissolve, to fall back to, and to know there is somebody there that can take it, that can love you, that can support you, that can empower you. And then there's that exchange. That person would also once need that from you, and then you will be that strength from that rock for them. And when you are, that gives also us a very strong and secure feeling to the one that can do it. When I am called to step and to hold space for my partner, where I can be the rock for her, that boosts my strength, my confidence, and it energizes me. So there's already that gift within, right? When I can be that for my person, for my loved ones, for my partner, then the gift within is that I'm empowering myself. I remind myself how strong I am, how patient I am. So that's the second key. Or maybe even the first key. It really doesn't matter how you play with it, but that's one of the most important keys in a relationship, in a healthy relationship, is to be able to be that rock and to be able to allow the person to rely on me, to expose fragility and show deep intimacy. And between those keys that I've mentioned already, there lies the understanding of the roles of masculine and feminine. That the masculine has a very typical role in a relationship, and the feminine has a very typical archetype role in a relationship. However, we understand ourselves as individuals as holding both female and male energies. Therefore, we are called upon again and again to express masculine attributes as well as feminine attributes in the same relationships. So if I am depicted, in other words, if I am looking or expressing myself physically in this lifetime as a male, doesn't mean that I'm called upon only to act in my masculine role. Maybe just a bit over 50% my masculine role, but actually I'm called upon as well being able to tap into my feminine attributes, which is holding that space. Right? Not only directing, the masculine is directing, the masculine is dead on serious, the masculine knows where it's heading to, and it's not going around, it's not spreading too much around, it's focused, very focused. Whereas the feminine is allowing that space, is allowing that focus to be directed into a certain point. It's holding everything that the masculine is giving, is expressing, right? It's the seed that is being planted in the ground. You need to have the seed, which has all the information and knows where it needs to go, and you need to have the ground to hold that and to allow that to expand and to grow and to nourish it while it is being so and doing so. So understanding that different roles of the masculine and of the feminine, and knowing that in conscious relationships, we are called to constantly change between roles because our partner is doing exactly the same. Our partner is conscious enough to be able to express both masculine and feminine roles. Therefore, I need to counterpart that. I need also to be able to show and express and furthermore understand what is the masculine role, what is the feminine role, and when to counterbalance that. So we have three fundamental keys to a relationship, right? They're all important. And when we dive into it, we expand on those and we see how they mingle and how they being expressed in the reality. Thank you guys for being with me on this short video. Hope you got some good information there. Do like the video, it helps a lot the channel. Send it to a loved one if you care about them, and if you care about me, and if you just want to help this channel grow. And again, thank you for being here. Much love.